Well, going into high school, I knew that I wanted to go into engineering, and I've stuck by that. But taking computer science and engineering classes at Sunset, I haven't taken very much, but within the two that I have taken, both computer hardware and my Java independent study class, I've gained skills that I didn't think I would previously, and that's kind of broadened my perspective of the different scopes and applications within computer science and engineering. And I also did some stuff with OGPC the past 2 years, and I got some skills through that as well. And so I think going into this whole thing, my perspective on what I could do with in my engineering background was very narrow, and then with some of the skills I've gained, I've had more opportunities through internships and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely helped. It definitely reinforced that technology is where things are heading, and I want to be a part of that. Again, I did know that I wanted to go into engineering, but it kind of helps me figure out what within engineering that I wanted to pursue, and so I've kind of decided that I want to go into the mechanical part of robotics, as well as mixing in AI with that as well, and kind of having a balance between mechanical engineering and computer science, and that's something I want to pursue next year in college. Yeah. I feel like I love the fact that a lot of them are project-based, and so um, it definitely puts you in a real-world setting, because that's how things are at internships, or just normal jobs in general. And it really prepares you for that, while also giving you skills that are very crucial to pursue said jobs and internships. And um, just like the skills you gain out of it in general, like not only do you learn how to code in per se a computer science class, but you also learn how to think more logically, and you can kind of parse things out in a more, I don't know how to word this, but in a clear manner. You can kind of see pathways within logic and things like that, and so it develops other soft skills as in addition to these technical skills that you're gaining. Yeah. They're project-based, which I loved. I hate just sitting there and listening to a teacher drone on and on, or there are a lot of times there you have a teacher lecture at you, but they don't even know what they're talking about either. So it's great that we, in at Sunset's computer science and engineering department, we have teachers that know what they're doing, but they also give us the free range to kind of experiment with what we want, and do things how we want it. The assignment's still the same, but the way you pursue it is unique to yourself. Like, there are other classes where they say if you don't do it this way, you fail, and so that's not how this is. There's so many different ways you can approach a problem, and that's what's reinforced here. I'm gonna quote David. Um, Apparently, I pull through after procrastination with my assignments. um, Especially this year, the whole senior slump, I've procrastinated a lot of my coding assignments, but I still finished them, so I feel like that's a win. With computer hardware, which I took my freshman year, a lot of times, like, I mean, we all use computers, but a lot of times you don't know what goes on in a computer, and I feel like technology's headed to a point where we'll have all of these cool devices, but no one really knows how they work, and so the people who create them and know how they work have power over the rest of the people, and so it's really important for me to understand how the computer worked, and how to debug certain things and different hardware and network issues as well. And so I was kind of exposed to a whole different side that I hadn't been before, because my previous background had been a lot with, like, purely based on mechanical engineering and robotics and things like that. And so this was a completely different thing, and I learned a lot about computers and the hardware of it as well. And I feel like that really helped me with my internship. So I did some work with a professor at PSU with machine learning, and so kind of understanding logic and just like how functions work and things like that. That's really helped a lot. And then, yeah, with my Java class, I again, with the logic and being able to look at a problem and figure out how to approach it, start off from the beginning, what are different ways you can approach it, and then build off of that, start creating the code and creating your algorithm and things like that. And so thinking systematically yet creatively is something I've definitely gained out of this class. So yeah.